Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Diamond in the Ruff, where we study Ruff's dirty tricks to play Terran a little bit different. This is, of course, Storm Gaming's Ruff, going up against Nate in the top left, and we are casting a compilation of games today. That's right, we've got 3 different replays, and a mate of mine said, hey, check out this build. Somehow you never managed to cast one of these games, even though apparently Ruff's been working on and refining this strategy for a while. You can see this one is on Lightshade, and apparently it is going to be a very, very quick cheese, which he's had great success with destroying PROTOSS players. And he's given me 3 replays. He said, watch them in this order. And I think it'll actually be some really good content. So I cannot wait to see exactly what the hell we are going to be looking at. Barracks double gas for Ruff to start off. Nate is going to be doing a very standard gate into Gas Geyser. Does a gateway probe scout. So everything's looking pretty much stock standard for the PROTOSS. Of course, Ruff going double gas means it's going to be a very tech-heavy one-base build to start. But if he pulls off gas, he could still get a pretty quick command center. Maybe do like a 2 Reaper Hellion pressure or something like that. Sorry, I was just clearing the throat there. Tried to mute the mic and accidentally unmuted it immediately. Like an idiot. The probe is just seeing this. So against the double gas build, there's a few ways you can respond. First things first, Nate's going to go Cybercore before the Nexus to make sure he can build a gateway unit straight away. And actually, he's going extra probe and an extra zealot and a pylon. Oh, but what? Does he think he's being proxied? He sees the barracks is at home. So he can't possibly be being proxied because the barracks is here. So Nate, with a very odd response, does go for the Nexus and cancels the Zealot. Okay. And it is a reactor and a factory for Ruff right now. Ruff does have another recipe. Okay, a double factory build. Oh my god. Now, for those who don't know, back a long time ago, there was a period where like there was Cyclone Widowmine all-ins. With a reactor here, that's what I think this might be, is maybe rally Widowmines across and then make Cyclones out of this. And the idea is because the Cyclones can outrange everything, they can lock on units and pull back. And then what you do is you basically just, if they try to jump on you, they're walking into Widowmines, which is obviously very bad. Now, Nate's going to be going Stargate and Adept, pretty solid opening. Delays his Warp Gate a few seconds to get the Stargate faster, and yes, it is this build. Ruff is rallying the barracks forward, so, or at least some modern version of it, where he's going to use the barracks to spot, so he doesn't have to always scan for his Cyclones. He can just watch them, and actually a couple of Hellions to start things off. They aren't quite synced up. There we go. Good idea. You want to go in together with those. Now they're going to run in. Do they dodge the Adept, or will the Adept see them? Oh, the Adept's going there. Oh, you're kidding me! They literally just barely missed the Adept seeing them. Oh, this is really bad for Nate, because Nate doesn't have anything at home right now. Okay, he actually realizes it's a little dangerous. No, he doesn't. He was just returning minerals. Oh no. Okay, he's got another Adept out. That could help, especially if he pulls some probes to fight this, maybe. But he's hit a different guy, and his probe's attacking his own Adept. Look at this. Nate's lost his shit. He's got a probe attacking his own Adept right now. Oh, his probes are so stacked. Oh my gosh. That is insane, guys. 6 probes do go down. The Adept is taking damage from this probe right now. Nate, you got to fix that, buddy. Nate, what are you doing, mate? Oh my god. Move. Don't lure it into the mineral line. The whole job of the Adept there is to lure it away from the mineral line. She lures it in and gets 3 more probes killed. So guys, we've got Widowmines coming in. Attack Lab's gone up. It's Thor Widowmine. Already so much damage has gone down. I mean, Nate is in shambles. Has the second gateway. He's trying to make a Void Ray, which will help, but Thors, of course, do pretty good versus Void Rays. Widowmine's rallying, and so it's just mass Widowmines with the Armory, and oh, the Oracle, the only detection goes down. Nate is just getting savaged right now. That Widowmine is going to die if it doesn't burrow right now. It can survive one more hit. Does it get in? Yes, it does. And guys, the Adept does get away from there, but these Widowmines are causing trouble. Void Ray will start going after the barracks. A Thor is here, as is another Widowmine. That one might just burrow right on top of this Adept. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like it lures the Adept into that other Widowmine. Remember, there is an Armory, so you're going to need more Oracles for detection, but there's almost no fighting units. That Widowmine as well does burrow, unburrow. Thor walks into the natural. Another Widowmine fires, and Nate just taps out. Okay, that was an absolute bop. That was just like completely stomped from the first 2 Hellions, and then the Widowmine. That Widowmine, by the way, got there so fast. I think it built out of the proxy before he went for the tech lab, because it takes a while to build the Armory. And that makes sense, right? The Armory makes the Widowmines invisible, and it unlocks the Thor. Nice play. Let's go to game 2. All right, guys, another game on Lightshade here for game 2. This is Ruff in the top left going up against Panina Box in the bottom right. Now, what's going to be really interesting about this is this a Lightshade special build? Because obviously this map's not in the map pool anymore. Why would it be a Lightshade special build if it is the map he prefers on? I think that would be because there's no ramp here. And if we remember, our previous map pool, I think, did have a lot more ramps on the natural. But if you think about like Berlingrad, there's no real ramp. There's 2 ramps, but they're much further out front. If we think of Glittering Ashes, no ramp. If we think of what are our other new maps? Berlingrad, Curious Minds does have a ramp. But I mean, you've got a barracks floating anyway, so I don't think the ramp really matters. Because you float your barracks across for vision, right? So I don't actually think that I think you could do this on any map. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. Obviously, it'll take a bit longer for the Widow Mines to walk across a longer map. But I mean, this is a medium rush distance map anyway. It's not like it's the shortest possible map. So I actually think this is totally something you could do on any map, and especially because the proxy factory gets put down there nearby the opponent's base. It makes a lot of sense. Now, in that last game, let's be real, guys. Panina did play very risky by not getting their... I mean, they saw a one-base build. Sorry, not Panina. Whoever the PROTOSS was in the previous game. I've already forgotten the name. Nate, I think it was. Nate played very risky, the PROTOSS player did, by sending the Adept across the map. If they had 2 Adepts at home, I don't think they lose as much to the first Hellions. And then they can maybe stop that first Widow Mine getting in there, and it's a different story. And I mean, you see the barracks, you see the factory at home, right? That's a very fast factory, guys. That factory went down to the minute 32. Oh, that's cute. I like that. The spike pylon to stop the reactor building there means Ruff will have to lift off and build it elsewhere. That's cool. So, a minute 32 is crazy fast for the factory. Notice he went gas, then barracks, then second gas, and immediately went factory even before starting the marine, because he wouldn't have had enough minerals otherwise. So this is really super tight execution from Ruff. He knows he needs that factory down, and he immediately proxies a second factory. Even the second factory gets down before 2 minutes. So this is a very tight build order. Now, the reactor is a little delayed here from that factory. He can still lift it, though. It won't have to wait too long before it can land, and his Marine will clear this pylon. Now, Panina's just rallying Stalkers, says, okay, there's some aggression coming my way. I got to be careful. And, I mean, you know it's going to be either Widow Mines or Hellions. So as the PROTOSS, you're just going to be, like, chrono boosting units, maybe walling your base off potentially, and seeing how you can do. So I do think... not every game is going to be nearly as easy as the last one, but check this out. Supply drop, which might actually be built into the build order, I believe. And he goes for the armory, now swaps over, and he's going to start his Hellion, so he needs 2 Hellions. There we go, second Hellion starts, then he builds a Widow Mine. So the 2 Hellions go in, and then the Widow Mine waddles in from the proxy factory. And then he'll build a tech lab, and I think he'll swap into Widow Mines here in the near future as well. Does need to be dropping another mule, would be really nice. Also, his barracks. Oh, guys, he's forgotten to float his barracks to the other side. That's actually a bit of a mistake. It's because of the pylon. I think he was worried about getting rushed. He thought the pylon might be to mess up his wall, so he was using the barracks as part of his wall. He's now going to float it across, and oh no, he's being scouted. This is not good for Ruff. He's trying to rally in the Widow Mine right now, but these Stalkers are going to catch it. Panina's all over it. We're going to see, how does this rush fare in a much different scenario? And oh, Panina's Stalkers are going to go deal with the proxy, but that means Broom Broom here. Oh, Panina with a very clever idea to wall off the base, but does it just a little bit too late. Remember, Panina did not spot these Hellions, and now they're going to cause so much trouble. You got to recall your Stalkers. Recall, you got to recall your Stalkers. Okay, he's trying to recall them, but he's already a little slow on it. And oh my god, the probes, you do not want to stack these probes. 9, 10 workers, 11 workers. Yet again, another game where these 2 Hellions are doing so much damage, guys. 11 workers. Ruff's up on economy, despite being against a 2-base player. Now, Panina does have 2-gate and a robo, has an observer as well to deal with these Widow Mines, but he's going to need to pump out an Immortal right now. And an Immortal has got to be the most important unit for dealing with this Thor. That Thor started before the Tech Lab died, but he will need to rebuild the Tech Lab after that. 4 Stalkers, does that beat a Thor? I think it might. I mean, it's going to be a close fight. They should beat it in pitched battle, but oh, there are SCVs coming as well, though. Thor does a lot of damage, remember. He can 3-shot Stalkers, and he takes one out before they even get that much damage done to it. With the SCVs coming, dangerous fight to commit to. Panina's trying to go Twilight and probe back up, but I think pure units is where it's at right now. And oh, Ruff with a 300 IQ move. If he gets this, the Stalkers won't be able to retreat. Look at this. Oh my god, Panina's Stalkers are trapped on the outside of their wall. The Widow Mines take out one of them. And look at this, the Stalkers are like, let me back inside, please. Let me back to the shield battery. The shield battery can't heal them out there. Does this one die before it gets in as well? Yeah, she's trapped outside, that Stalker is. Oh, Ruff, you savage. SCVs do need to get repairing on this. And I'd like to see him actually maybe get rid of the Observer. But look at that Stalker unable to get home. Still no Immortal building for Panina. It starts up now. That hasn't even been chrono boosted. Oh my god, there's no detection. Is there? Where's the Observer gone? Where's the Observer gone? Oh, it's up there. A misclick. The Observer went off in the wrong direction. Doesn't heal the pylon. You needed to heal the pylon there. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. And look at that. Oh my god. The Observer gets sniped. There's only one production facility up. It's this Robo. You need to just chrono Immortal. That's all you can do as Panina right now is chrono Immortals. But how do you deal with the Widow Mines? The Stalkers are going to try and focus down these, but the battery's out of energy. And battery overcharge already got used. The Stalker's getting some nice damage, but I think they need to focus the repairing SCVs. Cybercore does go down there. Oh, here comes an Immortal. The Immortal's going to do some nice damage if it attacks the Thor, but these Widow Mines are causing big problems. The Thor almost going down. Can it survive? The Immortal takes it out, but the Immortal dies to the Widow Mine, and the second Thor is here. Another Thor. More Widow Mines are queuing up right now. A little slow on that reinforce on the Widow Mines from Ruff, but does it matter? He takes out Panina. I love the landed barracks just getting used there to wall him out. Beautiful play, beautiful play. All right, let's go. Game number 3, and it's the exact same map. So apparently Ruff just really enjoys it on this map. We'll see how it goes. Ruff in the bottom right side, and he's up against Tower Mugen. And we're going to see how it plays out in this third final scenario. I imagine it's the same build order. I'm assuming this is why this was sent to me, all 3 replays together, and they said check it out in this order. It's kind of funny. We've seen, we saw a bit stiffer opposition in that last game where Ruff had to show some more kind of details of how he makes it work, whereas the first game was just like, here's the build, bam, instant win, right? So I wonder if this third game will see even stiffer resistance from the opponents. For now, once again, gas first, into the barracks, into the second gas, and you can see, right? So he likes to go factory, then marine, then reactor. That's what we saw in that other game. I do know Ruff changes his builds up little bit by little bit as he evolves them, so I assume that's just going to be the standard way he always does it. And a probe does come in. You do not want to lose any building time on this barracks. SCV, there we go, does defend the buddy. 25 hit points versus 25 hit points. The probe has to back off and try to regenerate some shields, but he takes another drill hit, which means his shields will not regenerate. So Ruff should be able to immediately, bam, plonk a factory down. Where is it? There we go. Factory at 1:35. So a few seconds later than that last game. And actually, he's going reactor straight away, which means no marine. No marine means the opponent can easily come back in and scout this. Now, Mugen sees an SCV going across the map. Ruff realizes, and he pretends to just be scouting. He's like, oh no, I wasn't going to the top of the map to proxy, which clearly he was. Otherwise the SCV wouldn't have gone this way. And then Mugen clicked it on the SCV, but then stops following. Absolutely should be looking for proxies right now, right? He really should be searching this whole top side. So this is a little bit transparent from Ruff. The other way Mugen knows is because Mugen's like, oh, you're scouting, right? So there should be an SCV coming in right now to scout. But then again, I guess arguably some Terrans come in, see the Nexus, and then turn around. So maybe he's just assuming he's done that. Either way, oh, well, if he could block the factory, that would be huge. But he didn't click it in, and oh, the factory gets landed. 2 Hellions on the way. That would have been so frustrating for Ruff. Even delaying that by a few seconds would be big. Now Mugen, it's like, all right, this is a full 1-base build. Hellions or Widow Mines are coming. Make Stalkers, 2 gateways. This is a great way to start things off. I really feel like if your opponent's super committed to 1 base like this, getting an extra gateway and just getting some units is huge. Getting a Robo is not a bad idea. I don't like that position of the Robo. It just feels like it could get sniped from the low ground, but 2-gate Robo, chronoing Cybercore, the Warp Gate out, this is like super sick. Still probing as well, because you do want to get up to about 30 probes, usually at least a handful in the natural before you cut workers, in my opinion. 2 gateway units are out, 1 Stalker, 1 Adept. These Hellions have done so well for Ruff up to this point. Is it going to be the same again? Adept and Stalker are getting some hits off. The Adept only got 1 hit off, but the Stalker's been microed very well and focus fired. He's going to get some damage still. Is it going to be as much as the other? Remember, he got 6 kills and then 11 kills in the previous games. Oh, okay. This is better defense for sure, but 1 more volley, and he still gets 6 kills. And this is the problem these PROTOSS players are having, guys, is they're just not microing that first adept. You're meant to intercept Hellions and shade backwards. Oh, and he's getting the Widow Mine in here as well. Oh, no. Oh, no. But wait a second. The probe. Oh, I think the probe was going to set it off. So Ruff backs off with that. Stalker warps in. That does go down, but uh-oh. Widow Mine does get burrowed in the natural. 3 more probes go down. Stalker will fall, but he's got an observer, so Mugen should be able to shut this down these 2 Widow Mines. And then as long as you keep making stalkers... A second Robo? What? Who goes for a second Robo here? Mugen with a super bizarre response. Getting a second Robo, just 2 gates and a Robo is more than enough to spend all your money. I love this pullback by Ruff, though. He says, you've got an observer. Unburrow, pull the Widow Mines back. We'll go back in when the Thor's ready. So with his Thor's on the way, he's got SCVs. He needs to pull those SCVs to repair. Here we go. And you can see, guys, he always does that supply drop because he's so mineral starved in the early stages, trying to get Hellions and Widow Mines out. And the barracks is taking some damage. Looks like a shield battery will go down. We've got an observer, but no immortals yet, and not that many stalkers. So Mugen building extra pylons and gateways, but really slacking on the unit production. And that that tells us, I mean, you don't know about that second factory, right? As Mugen, you probably think there's an expansion. But no, you've got a probe there. You should know there's no expansion. Uh-oh. Mugen does catch another Widow Mine coming in. But still not building any combat units. And this Thor is going to be a frightening surprise. Mugen pulling back. Does have a shield battery. I think with the shield battery and the probe pool, it doesn't matter. I don't know if you can do this as Ruff. Oh, the probes could actually... Look at the split! Mugen sets off all 4 Widow Mines with the probes. Oh no, Ruff should have quickly unburrowed there. He's got to run. He's got to run if he loses this Thor. It's so bad. He's going to get these extra Widow Mines, though, which are, of course... Oh, look at that. Mugen setting off the Widow Mines with probes. Kills the other Widow Mine before it can fire. Oh my god, this is huge. Okay, but if he can kill the observers, that's big. He gets one of them. Another Thor's coming out. I think Mugen could have kept fighting and actually killed all of those Widow Mines because he had 2 observers there. No Immortals are out. Mugen's still building Stalkers. Immortals would be a much better unit for killing the Thors. Remember, a Stalker does 18 damage a shot. An Immortal does 50 to a Thor. So it's as good as 2.5 Stalkers in terms of damage output. Even better because I think it shoots faster. Oh, you can use Guardian Shield, but you can't use much else. That Thor's going to go down. The Thor will go down. Nice plays by Mugen. And Mugen's Observer is still alive here. Another Observer comes out as well, but you got to watch out. One Observer gets caught by the splash. No battery overcharge just yet. Now it goes down, though, and does get rid of most of the Widow Mines. Mugen's going back up to 5 Stalkers. There's only 1 SCV. Another 4 SCVs arrive to repair. Ruff's like, quick, repair. But look at this. Battery overcharge is doing so much work, and I think Mugen can kill this Thor as well. But Mugen backs off. I think Mugen needs to just overwhelm right now. Just go. But Mugen is pulling the probes. The Stalkers need to get in. The SCVs are still repairing, and these Widow Mines are a big problem right now for Mugen. Ruff, I love the way he's burrowing and unburrowing. Doesn't want to waste it, but because he kills the observers, he's like, you know what? I've got 2 Thors. I've killed your observers. You need to keep building observers. And if you're building observers, you're not building immortals. And that's what makes this so hard for PROTOSS to deal with. They always want to have extra observers versus the mines, but they want immortals to deal with these big daddy Thors. These SCVs repairing are so frustrating to deal with. And look at that. Notice how Ruff is also focusing the Stalkers rather than the Zealot because they do a bit more damage. Oh, this is excellent play. And once again, he's dealt with some pretty stiff opposition. I definitely can see that with Perfect D, it's probably not too difficult to defend this. But who the hell gets Perfect Defense? If you don't know about the second factory, your first warning is, oh god, these Widow Mines are invisible, and then, oh god, there's a Thor here, oh god, there's a bunch of SCVs repairing it. And I love that there's just layers. The Hellions, then the single mine, then 2 more mines, then a Thor and more mines, and it's just this onslaught that's very hard to deal with. Now, these 2 Robos still have not been used, and Mugen is chrono boosting the gateways, so we got to be critical of that. Oh, he's clicking on the Observer. Thors have such sick anti-air range, guys. Look at that. He gets it. He gets it from the ramp. They have 11 anti-air range when they go to that single fire mode. This is beautiful play by Ruff. And look at that. The Stalkers, they don't have any detection. He's trying to make an Observer. Gets depowered before it can pop. Shield battery goes down. I love the usage of the probes by Mugen. Mugen's done a great job on that to set off Widow Mines. And we realize that probes are a nice expendable unit. You can just throw in there, do a bit of a spready on like 7 or 8 probes. Take the Widow Mines, and then if you can clean up the army, you can get it. But he never quite cleaned up the army. Ruff was there with the repair, there with the Thor and Widow Mine reinforce, and that is a very, very cool TVP cheese. I'm going to be trying that one out on the ladder. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next episode. Goodbye and good night.